This is B2 Real Wilson back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to try to share with you what I believe God has put in my heart again to encourage us to turn the other cheek. I'm going to use as a reference Matthew chapter number 5. And there's some verses that discuss about loving thy enemy. And if someone smites you, offering the other cheek. Also deals with if you owe, someone take you to court, they take this from you, then offer them your coat also. But at the end of that scripture, chapter number 5, it says, "Be thou perfect." And this is the response, perfect in love. And I want to encourage us to not fall for the okie doke. It is possible that those who did this virus may want to go to war. Maybe in 2021 or 2022, sometime in the future. And I want to encourage us to turn the other cheek, or in this case, love your enemy. Now, to the 80-year-old fundamental Black American community, we have always been turning the cheek in loving our enemy in some form or fashion. After 1878, it was downhill for us. If you live in the South, you currently got to deal with that Confederate flag. And that means you got to keep turning your cheek every time you see that flag. You have to forgive them because they're not giving that flag up. So also, it was no coincidence that I thought about the 1860s war, Civil War, and the 1960s Civil Rights, which is war. Now, to be honest, I believe that the 80s fundamental Black Americans lost that war. We lost a lot of things. We were forced to share our victories with other groups of people. Although those laws that we gained for ourselves were not for them, they were incorporated, whether it be immigration or women's suffrage, in which European women benefited greatly by these laws. We have to deal with the heroin epidemic, the destruction of the Black Panther Party, the death of Martin Luther King, the death of Malcolm X. We have to deal with the Moynihan Report and benign neglect. We have to deal with the 80s crack epidemic. We have to deal with the gangster rap epidemic. We have to deal with the gangbanging epidemic. And in all these things that we know that our government leaders and corporations were involved in, we turn the other cheek. We haven't risen up and fought any of these people for what they've done to our communities. So I'm here to encourage you to continue to turn the other cheek. I'm going to also tell you to love your enemy. For those who think China did this virus, I'm going to ask you to stop thinking that. I like to call it the Anglo-Saxon mission as a reference to those who did this virus and not China. But I would love to see China go to their country and definitely tell their people to stop mistreating black folks in their country. But I'm not an advocate for anybody mistreating or talking, ill of any people. It is not a Chinese disease. It was found in China, but it may not be made by China. Okay? So I'm here to encourage us, like I said, to turn the other cheek. Love your enemy. Those in power who do numerous things to the citizens of the United States, whether it be the LGBTQ agenda in our schools, whether it be the pedophilia agenda, which is being encouraged in sometimes, whether it be the vaccination, which kind of, at least for the black community, causes lots of problems. And, of course, we're going to extend to everybody because we know there's, sure, Trump made mention about his son and being vaccinated at one point. And so through all these processes, we have turned the other cheek. And, we have loved our enemies. We know that a lot of immigrants are here to take our jobs, take our places. And we have helped them in their cause. So we have done this. But I want to make sure that we continue to do this if in the event that somebody of the Anglo-Saxon mission want to go to war. It is my belief that they do want to go to war, and I believe that God put it in my heart to tell you that they're going to go to war. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what I feel. So I'm going to encourage us to, love your enemy. For those of you buying guns, I don't know why you're doing that. This is really amazing how we say we're a Christian country, but we're buying guns. Not smart. So be wise. Be encouraged. It is kind of funny. We wear crosses on our necks. We go to church, but we show by them guns. It's ridiculous. But let us be mindful of that responsibility to love your enemy, to turn the other cheek. Like I said, we do it all the time. When your government leaders and businesses and even your employers treat you wrong, you just turn the other cheek. You ain't acting funny. Now, if you have a union, maybe you fight and get a union representative to represent you, but you're not shooting up anything, and I don't recommend that. I also want to encourage for those that have been turning your head on all these issues. God never said turn your cheek out of fear, but out of love. It's important to do it for the right reasons. I don't go fight people because the words say so. I'm a little more concerned about what Jesus is going to do to me than what they're going to do to me. So I'm more inspired by the Lord's judgment. And so I'm not out here trying to get no guns. I ain't out here trying to buy no bullets, If I see I trust the Lord, then I got to trust the Lord. And that's just that. So this is an opportunity in 2020 to see who you really are. I think this is the year where God going to expose the people for who they really are. And if you say you're really a Christian person, then you better be Christian for real. And what I mean by that, I mean Christ-like. If you say you're a man of God, then you better be the man of God for real. And that same as those that say they're a woman of God. I'm kind of like, didn't want to make this message really because I wasn't really trying to make a video today. But it's best to be obedient. I feel the Lord put on my heart to do so, so I'm making this video. But with that being said, remember to turn the other cheek. Remember to love your enemy. For those in the ADOS, for the black community, you've always been doing it. Just keep on doing what you're doing. To the other communities, you also been turning your head on some stuff too. Let's be honest. But if you like this video, let me know. If you don't like this video, let me know that as well. But thank you for watching. Okay then.